After Chiang Kai-shek fled to Taiwan, he often reflected on two key reasons for his defeat. The first, if Dai Li hadn't died, he'd say, I wouldn't have lost the mainland. The second, he had put his absolute trust in a man named Guo Rugi. The problem was, Guo Rugi was a communist agent, and his cover had already been blown. Take the Battle of Mengliangu. When General Zhang Lingfu's 74th Division arrived at the designated location, he immediately knew something was terribly wrong. He fired off 4 urgent telegrams to Chiang, all saying the same thing. I command a heavy mechanized division. We cannot fight on this rocky, mountainous terrain. But the man who had designed this very battle plan, none other than the Nationalists' Director of Operations, Guo Rugu. The result, in just 3 days, the elite, all-American, equipped 74th Division was completely annihilated. This catastrophe raised alarms for another top general, Du Yuming. He couldn't believe it. Zhang Lingfu was a hardened veteran of nearly every major campaign against the Japanese. How could his entire division be wiped out so easily? Du began to suspect Guo Rugi was the mole. From that day on, whenever Guo was present in a military briefing, Du Yuming would remain completely silent. He delivered all his real operational plans to Chiang in private. Fast forward to the crucial Huaihai campaign. Du Yuming was getting hammered again. He sent a frantic telegram to Chiang. I can't fight this war. Everywhere I move my troops, the communists are already there, lying in ambush. I suspect Guo Rugi is the spy. Chiang was furious. At this critical moment, do not sow dissent. You say he is a spy? Where is your evidence? Du Yuming replied. I've been watching him. Guo Rugi doesn't take bribes. He is not a womanizer. I've been to his home. Even the sofa is patched up. If that's not an underground communist, what is? This made Chiang explode. What are you implying? That the only honest man in my army must be a spy? Are you saying all my other officers are corrupt? Honestly, Du Yuming's proof was clumsy. Was he reporting a spy or just insulting his leader? But despite his angry words, Chiang himself had doubts. The war was going too badly, so he ordered his son, Chiang Ching-kuo, to conduct a secret investigation. Chiang Jr. thought, okay, Guo is a lieutenant general. He must have a mansion somewhere. He started asking around, and finally found Guo's mansion, a small apartment above a butcher shop in a back alley. He went upstairs and found a woman and a child eating dinner. He said, I am a colleague of General Guo, just dropping by. The woman invited him to join them. Chiang Jr. looked at the table. There was only one dish of green vegetables and a piece of tofu, he asked. The child is so young, why are you feeding him such simple food? The woman replied, his father said it is wartime, and we must be frugal. He is only allowed to eat meat once a week. Hearing this, Chiang Ching-kuo was deeply moved. He went back and reported to his father, if all our nationalist officers were as honest and disciplined as Guo Rugu, how could we possibly be losing this war? The irony, Guo Rugui had secretly joined the Communist Party all the way back in 1928. For decades, he was like a master acrobat walking a tightrope, where every single step was fraught with danger. During the Huaihai campaign, it was Guo who leaked massive amounts of top-secret military plans directly to the communist armies. In April 1949, when the People's Liberation Army crossed the Yangtze River, shattering Chiang's main line of defense overnight, Guo Rugi's intelligence was indispensable. By December 1949, Chiang Kai-shek was down to his last piece of territory on the mainland, the southwest. And who did he appoint to command the 22nd Army Group and defend this final bastion? Guo Rugi. As soon as Guo had control of the army, he followed his orders from the party and publicly announced his defection, surrendering the entire region without a fight. When Chiang Kai-shek received the news, he reportedly fainted on the spot. Years later, Du Yuming, still haunted by it all, met with Guo Rugi one last time. He asked him point blank, you weren't just a defector. You were an underground communist from the start, weren't you? Guo Rugi didn't answer directly. He just said, we simply had different beliefs.